The night I turned 49, I stopped dreaming. That's not something you notice at first. Dreams are slippery. You wake up and they're gone, like water through your fingers. But after a week of black, empty sleep, I started to feel it. A void behind my eyes, a silence where my subconscious used to hum. I'd close my lids and see nothing, hear nothing, wait for hours in the dark until morning came, and then the counting started. My name is Marcus. I'm a night watchman at a museum, not a fancy one. A small natural history museum in a town that time forgot. Dusty dioramas, stuffed birds, a whale skeleton that hangs from the ceiling like a ghost. I work alone, from midnight to 8, walking the same halls, checking the doors, listening to the same silence. I liked it that way. I liked the quiet. I didn't know that quiet could be hungry. The first sign was a missing exhibit. I'd done my rounds at 2 a.m., everything normal. At 3 a.m., I passed the Hall of Minerals and noticed that one of the display cases was empty. A chunk of amethyst, about the size of a fist, gone. The case was locked, no sign of forced entry. I reported it to my supervisor in the morning. He checked the logs. No one had opened that case in 15 years. He accused me of misremembering. I told him I wasn't senile. He told me to be more careful. The second sign was the footprints. Small, barefoot, in the dust of the dinosaur hall. I followed them one night, my flashlight beam bouncing off the skeleton of a triceratops. The footprints led to the base of the whale skeleton, then up the wall. Not up a ladder, up the vertical plaster. Tiny toes, perfect arches, spaced like a child running. I looked up. The whale skeleton spuds. No one was there, but I could have sworn I heard breathing. The third sign was the number. I was in the basement, checking the climate control system, when I noticed a door I'd never seen before. It was at the end of a hallway I walked every night, but somehow I'd missed it. Old wood, painted the same beige as the walls, with a brass number plate. 49. I tried the handle. Locked. I asked the curator about it the next day. He was a small man named Dr. Ashworth, with glasses thick as bottle bottoms. That's the old archival storage, he said. Been locked since the 70s. No reason to go in there. What's in it? He shrugged. Old specimens, paper records, nothing valuable. We keep meaning to clean it out, but budget. He changed the subject, but I saw his hands shake when he turned away. That night, I went back to the door. I brought a crowbar. I told myself I was just curious. I told myself I had a right to know what was in my building. I wedged the crowbar between the door and the frame and pulled. The wood splintered. The lock gave. The door swung open. Beyond it was not a storage room. It was a hallway. Narrow, dark, with walls covered in old wallpaper roses, faded to brown. The floor was hardwood, creaking under my weight. The air smelled like mothballs and something sweet, cotton candy. I walked forward, my flashlight cutting a weak path through the dark. The hallway stretched farther than the building's footprint. I counted my steps. 1, 2, 3. The wallpaper began to change. The roses became numbers. 49 over and over woven into the pattern. 10, 11, 12. The floor began to slope downward. 20, 21, 22. I was descending, deeper than the basement, deeper than the foundation. The walls were bare now, just old plaster, scarred with scratches. 30, 31, 32. I heard a sound, soft, rhythmic, counting. A child's voice, barely a whisper. 33, 34, 35. The hallway ended at a door, white, with a brass knob shaped like a whale, the same whale skeleton from the museum, miniature, frozen in mid-leap. Above the door, carved into the wood, the number 49. The counting came from behind the door. I pressed my ear to the wood. The child's voice was clearer now, but still soft. 39, 41, 42. A pause. Then, 49. He's here. The door opened. Not because I touched it, because something on the other side pulled. The room beyond was circular, about 50 feet across. The walls were glass, display cases like the ones in the museum, but filled with things I didn't recognize. Shadows, shapes, memories in jars. And in the center of the room, sitting on a wooden chair, was a little girl. She was wearing a white dress, her brown hair in 2 braids, her bare feet swinging above the floor. She was holding a piece of chalk and drawing on a small blackboard. Numbers 49 over and over in a neat row, She looked up when I entered. Her eyes were dark, almost black, and they didn't blink. "You're the night watchman," she said. "I've been watching you for 49 nights. You walk the same halls. You check the same doors. You never look up." "Look up at what?" She pointed at the ceiling. I tilted my head back. The ceiling was a mirror, a massive circular mirror reflecting the room below. But the reflection was wrong. In the mirror, the room was empty. No little girl, no glass cases, just me, standing alone, my flashlight shaking in my hand. And behind me, a figure, tall, thin, wearing a dark coat. The figure was counting. I could see its lips moving. 47, 48, 49. I spun around. No one was there. "You can't see him from this side," the girl said. "He's in the mirror. He's always been in the mirror. He's the reason I'm here." "Who is he?" She tilted her head. "He's the collector. He takes things that are lost. Specimens, memories, children who count too high. He put me in this room 49 years ago. I was counting the steps from my bedroom to the kitchen. 49 steps. I got to 48 and I tripped. I fell into the mirror, and he was there, waiting." She stood up from the chair. The chalk fell to the floor and broke. "He's been waiting for someone to take my place. Someone who's 49 years old. Someone who walks the same halls every night. Someone who never looks up." I looked at the mirror again. The figure was closer now. I could see its face. It had no features, just smooth skin where eyes and mouth should have been. But it was smiling. I could tell. "You have to help me," the girl said. "You have to distract him. Just for a minute. Just long enough for me to open the door." "What door?" She pointed to the far wall. Between two glass cases was a door I hadn't noticed. Small, child-sized, painted the same white as her dress. The knob was a brass whale. "That's the door to my house," she said. "My real house. The one I was trying to reach when I fell. If I can open it, I can go home." But he watches it. Every time I get close as he pulls me back to the chair. I've been trying for 49 years. I looked at the mirror. The figure was motionless now, its blank face turned toward me, waiting. "What do I do?" I asked. The girl smiled. It was a sad smile, the smile of someone who had been disappointed too many times. You count from 1 to 49, out loud, as loud as you can. He loves counting. He'll listen to you instead of watching me. And while he's listening, I'll run. Will he hurt me? He can't hurt you. Not yet. He can only collect you if you fall. So don't fall. I took a breath. I started counting. 1, 3. The figure in the mirror turned its head. It was listening. The girl ran. Her bare feet made no sound on the floor. 4, 5, 6. She reached the small door. She grabbed the whale knob. 7, 8, 9. The figure in the mirror raised a hand. It pointed at her, but it didn't move. 10, 11, 12. The girl turned the knob. The door swung open. 13, 14, 15. Beyond the door was a garden. Green grass, flowers, a wooden fence. A woman in an apron was standing at the fence waving. Ellie, come home." 16, 17, 8. The girl turned back to look at me. Tears were streaming down her face. "Thank you. Now run. He's going to be angry." 19, 20, 21. She stepped through the door. It closed behind her. The garden vanished. The wall was solid again. The figure in the mirror turned to face me. Its blank face was no longer blank. A mouth had appeared. A wide black mouth, opening in a silent scream. It stepped forward, toward the surface of the mirror. Toward me, 22, 23, 24. I stopped counting. I ran. I ran through the circular room, through the hallway, through the splintered door, through the basement, up the stairs, through the museum. I didn't stop until I was in the parking lot, my hands on my knees, gasping for breath. The building was dark. The door to the basement was closed. The splintered wood was gone, as if it had never been. I quit the next day. I told Dr. Ashworth I was sick. He didn't argue. He just nodded and said, "Some people aren't meant for the night shift." That was 3 months ago. I haven't been back to the museum, but the number 49 follows me. It's on receipts, on license plates, on the clock when I wake up in the dark. And the figure, the collector, he's not just in the mirror anymore. I saw him last week in the reflection of my phone screen, standing behind me, counting. I've started covering all the mirrors in my apartment. towels over the bathroom mirror, a sheet over the full-length mirror in my bedroom. I don't look at my phone when the screen is dark. I don't look out windows at night, but I still hear him, faint, patient, counting the steps from my bed to the nearest reflective surface. 41, 43. Last night I woke up at 3:49 a.m. The sheet had fallen off my bedroom mirror. The moonlight was bright, and in the mirror I saw myself, lying in bed, but my reflection was sitting up. My reflection was looking at me. My reflection was smiling with a mouth that wasn't mine. 49, it said. You let her go. You took my specimen. Now you have to give me another. I pulled the sheet back over the mirror. I haven't slept since. I'm writing this in a coffee shop, surrounded by people. There are no mirrors here, but the window is dark, and I can see my reflection in it. It's not smiling anymore. It's crying, and behind it a tall figure in a dark coat, its blank face turned toward me, its mouth moving. 1, 2, 3. I know what it's counting. It's counting the days until I look in a mirror again. It's counting the steps from my reflection to the surface of the glass. And when it reaches 49, it's going to reach through. I don't know how to stop it. I've tried breaking mirrors. The pieces just show more reflections. I've tried moving. The figure follows. I've tried sleeping with the lights on. The darkness is inside me now. Tonight, I'm going back to the museum. I'm going to find that door. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to see if Ellie made it home, or if the collector is still waiting. With a chair and a blackboard and 49 years of patience, the window is getting dark. The coffee shop is closing. My reflection is standing now. It's walking toward me. I can see the collector's hand on its shoulder. 47. 48. I have to go. The door is waiting, and I'm the only one who can close it.